Hey guys, what's going on? F1 My Pawn here, and welcome back to Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Since we last left off, I'll be honest, I can't remember. I think we are still in the new zone. But we've actually got some new DLC now, so that'll be fun. So, without further ado, let's just get into things, and I'll explain things as we go on. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Now, because we have some new DLC, I'm not sure what's going to end up happening. We may have to change our build here and there just to accommodate the unarmed build a bit more, but hopefully we'll be able to carry this through to the end. And just so you guys are aware, the reason I stopped playing for at least a little while is solely because I wanted to get the DLC up. So that's nice. It does appear that we do get some nice little trinkets here and there, so that's nice. A welcome addition, to say the least. And it appears that we are getting a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, bag. Okay, so 4 Dweller's Tunic. Increase max health by 25. Increase incoming healing by 200% when not in combat. Increases max stamina. Increases max health by 3 per spirituality point. It's not bad if you're a caster. 4 Dweller Mask, which gets you 15 mana and mana regeneration. Hand wraps, some boots, a crown. That gives you more mana for each character level you have. It's alright. And then, of course, we got a hide. But otherwise, we're doing quite well for ourselves. It has been a while, so I'm just trying to familiarize myself with what I've got. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I was going essentially a crit build. It does appear that my King's Soul has reset to some extent, so I will have to see what we go for here. When using King's Soul, you deflect all incoming projectiles. If it's fully charged, automatically use it when you receive meaningful damage. Dealing damage has a small chance to create a word essence. Finishers restore 400% more King's Soul. Let's increase our damage, decrease our damage when we're using King's Soul, I guess. Enemies take the amount of damage you have dealt to them when using King's Soul once it ends. When King's Soul ends, you gain a mana shield equal to the accumulated damage for 30 seconds. Well, let's increase our damage. Oh, I have to add the points while sitting in a fire. Okay. Oh, hello. Let's first level up. And let's actually protect ourselves from incoming projectiles. This is probably the safest choice. Alright, there we go. Let's talk with this individual. Who are you?
The Lost One cannot hear you. She walks again the paths she forsook, wading through familiar darkness. Well met, my friend. Strange to see you beneath these noisy skies. I find I much prefer the quiet depths of the sea.
Lord of the Seas, we are honored by your presence. What is it you seek?
There is a place in the depths that calls you. A domain both mine and not mine. Lingering on the seabed for centuries. I have a certain fondness for it. I once helped it grow. Yet from the beginning, it has been stagnant. Its beginning was your doing, Arthur. Now that you have returned, help it move at last.
What is this place you speak of?
It calls itself the Sanctuary of Saras. That is a name you should remember, my friend. After all, you would not be here without it.
It appears that righting Arthur's wrongs is a duty I can't escape.
Quite so. Though it would do you good to show some respect for your king.
How do we get there?
By descending into the coldest depths of the sea. How else? Do not fear. You will not drown. I will not permit it. But there, my part ends. What follows is yours to shape. I trust you will not keep me waiting too long, my friend.
Okay, some backward text, lovely. Not sure if that's gonna be a good or a bad thing, but well, there you go. Let's keep going. Now, of course I could do the DLC, but I'm actually going to hold off because there is going to be a point where I do want to focus on it. But for now, I want to focus on the, well, the Forlorn Swords, basically. See what I can get up to here. Let's start with the first men, I guess. But yeah, no, we're just going to go over to here and we'll see what's what. God, I still can't believe I can one-punch deer now. Well, since for a while now, I think. Punching deer seems like a really easy thing.
Hope you'll...
What do you got, lady? Okay, so there appears to be a few, artistic changes from the looks of it, but otherwise, it seems otherwise the same. So there is a few projectiles we can take advantage of if we are a caster, which we are not. But yeah, it's nice. We are going to make our way over this way. It also appears that we don't lose stamina while we're not in combat, so that's nice. When we're running, that is. So we effectively have an infinite run, which is really convenient for us, because that way we don't actually have to worry too much about stopping at certain points. What's this? Hello, meteorite. Hello. Gunveer village. Hello.
Anon Rita wandering through these frigid lands. It takes courage, or perhaps folly, to traverse the Forlorn Swords alone. Sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. The farther north you go, the less life you'll find. Nothing but snow, mountains, and the Dalrita, mourning days long gone.
Who are you?
I am Vati. Little else of me is worth knowing. Yet you asked as though you seek some greater tale. Not in my case, stranger. I'm just an old man, exiled from a tribe long ago. You, however, seem sharp, strong, and you're not from here. That much is clear. Now it's you I'm curious about. So tell me, what brings you to the Forlorn Swords?
I seek the artifacts of, well... I seek the artifacts of King Arthur.
Well, I'll be. I haven't heard a tale like that in years. And what do you need those cursed trinkets for?
They're key to my mission.
A mission, you say, and it must be damn important. I'm afraid, however, that in this ruined village, you won't find what you're looking for. But I know someone who might be able to help. Gerfan. That old codger might finally prove useful to someone for a change.
What happened in this village?
Camelot. They butchered almost everyone from the Gunvaldir tribe. Old Frode, Gunvaldir chief, knew the Camelosians were coming. He called for aid, but no one answered his plea. What a disgrace. And so, divided we fall. Now, his firstborn wages his own war in the south. The Dalrita dare not speak his name aloud. They call him One-Eye now. The last I heard, his people had taken the temple of the All-Mother.
Why did Camelot attack the Gumvir tribe?
Among the Dalrita, there were rumors that their giants had begun to stir. Hard to say how much truth there is to it. Look for yourself. Still sleeping like the dead. Camelot may have feared it, though. A wakened giant would have been just another burden on their already troubled heads. And royalist heads seem far less suited to carrying burdens. That's how I see it.
Can you tell me more about the battle that took place here?
Here? No. What happened here was a slaughter. The battle itself was fought in the fortress, but I wouldn't advise going there. Folks lose their wits there. For as long as I recall, restless Dalrita lingered within its walls, kinless or destined to leave heirs that would not remember their ancestors. But then the Gunvaldir decided to look after them. They claimed the fortress for themselves. No one objected.
What do you mean by Gundalvir decided to look after those souls?
Gunvaldirs had close ties to the spirits of their ancestors. They took in those forgotten as their own, forging a bond with them. In return, the spirits granted them strength, sometimes even coming to their aid. Frode and his people thought moving the battle within the fortress walls would give them advantage. Well, they all died, so that tells you how it turned out.
Other tribes didn't want the fortress for themselves.
The only tribe living close enough were the Ulfar, but trust me, most would rather raise a toast to their ancestors than meddle with their spirits. Let the dead remain dead, as they say.
Could you tell me about the other tribes?
I was once a scribe, and true to my calling. I live in the past, stranger. I won't tell you anything of value, just old tales and bygone days. I have little contact with the tribes these times. The words of an exiled Darita carry little weight, same as his name. You'd be better off discovering things for yourself, believe me. It will be a far greater lesson than anything I could ever tell you.
Very well. Let's see what you got for sale. Okay, so you got lockpicks and sharpened arrows. Nothing too crazy, but eh. We'll take the lockpicks because those are always going to be useful. But yeah, we've now made ourselves, or made our way to one of the villages, so that's going to be nice. Although, the connection here of a certain somebody is going to bite me in the ass, I think. So we're going to have a bit of a rough patch here when it comes to that. Okay. I guess we need to wait for nighttime to properly pray for that. Or some other time. Take spoiled meat and groats. Stone tablet of resolve. We know our end is near, yet we chose to fight. To die with honors, to live forever. Malthier watch over us as we stand. As we fall, as we return to your embrace. Let our defiance be a story told long after Gunvalder is gone. Okay. My beloved Miandra. If you return and find this village silent, seek out the other tribes. Go to Volkir and ask for their strength. Sylvain for their cunning, Diolfur for their courage, and Theud for their wisdom. Accept their rights and bear their banner proudly. Remember, you are Gunvalder. Our blood does not falter. It appears a lot of stuff has gone down here. Mainly destruction, but that's to be expected. Hey. I feel like the game has gotten a little easier. Hold on. Alright, game difficulty. In survival mode, saving is restricted to resting at beds and fireplaces. Okay, so veteran is basically the near closest thing for a, what I'm looking for. I'm not going to do survival mode, but, we're getting pretty close. I guess we'll go talk with Arthur real quick. Hello, Arthur. What do you think Camelot... What? Well, why do you think Camelot attacked the Gunvalder tribe?
I can only assume that Camelot is no longer what I once built it to be. If it were up to me, the old agreements would still be honored. But if they went through with such an attack, then they must have had a reason. I suspect it was the need to secure resources in case the weirdness thickens. All signs point to that. The Menhir and Kuanacht, the assault on the Gunvalder, and we don't yet know what else they've done. Don't ask if I would have done the same. We cannot truly know what the situation in Camelot is like now.
True. True. But it does appear that things are weighing heavily on his mind. Honestly, the more I question him, the more depressed I think he gets, which I kind of feel bad about. But oh well. Okay, anything around here? Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, no, pretty much nothing. How about in here? Is there anything? Aside for some broken stuff? No, not really. Yeah, the tribes were, thorough in dismantling everything, it seems. Alright, we do have a dash, now I think about it. I keep forgetting that we have that. Not that we really need to worry about it, because we heal so much. Alright, that's another level. I guess we can quickly camp up and level up. See, we get another attribute point. As it stands, the more critical chance we have, the better. But anything goes, really. We'd need a higher perception if we want to increase our crit. I'm gonna stick with the 40 for now. Let's see. Melee damage, max stamina, armor gain. Whereas endurance increases our carry capacity by 10. Also increases our stamina regen, but it also increases our damage slightly, if I recall correctly. I think I'm going to spam up perception up to 20, at least. Because having more critical damage will just make us deal overall more damage and guarantee more crits. Yeah. We want perception to go way higher. Yeah, I believe the focus for us was Red Death, because it just makes us way stronger. But anything goes, really, at this point. Increase our armor value. Endurance increases your melee damage by 1 per point. Increased armor weight thresholds. Receiving melee damage returns 25% of it back. We can also just increase the armor value of our equipment by a percentage. This would probably be the best way to get slightly more damage out. Statuses. Eh. How about perception? Here we go. Critical hits is an option. We can increase the chance that we get stamina back. Every time you land a critical hit, you gain 50% damage dump reduction against the next hit you suffer. Critical hits heal you. Critical hits increase your movement speed. Or we can increase critical damage. I think in our case, increasing critical damage is probably the best thing that we can do. Yeah, we're going to start increasing critical damage at this point. By doing that, we'll nuke enemies with a high crit radius or range. At the very least, it should cover quite a bit. It feels like something should be here, but I guess not. Here we are. There's 176 stacks. That's wild. Okay, so far we've explored half the village, pretty much. We're gonna go up here.
Did you hear something?
Oh, hello.
Your gold belongs to us now. Your road ends here.
Yeah, they stand absolutely no chance, damn. What is my carry capacity? It's a ridiculous nearly 300. Okay. And the reason I'm just spamming collecting things is just because it's convenient. Wow. Yeah, they stand no chance against me, huh? Wild. Oh well. We'll go down here next.
Keep your wits about you. This is my lucky day. We'll make short work of you.
Wow. Yeah, they stand absolutely no chance. Okay. Well, that was easy. Yeah, no, the more critical damage we gain, the better, I think. Oh, hello. Yeah, no. For some reason, this game has gotten significantly more easy to deal with, and I don't know why. I'm not complaining, but, normally I'd be brought down to, like, a quarter health with these attacks, so... Either I'm doing something, or it's just my build is just, reached, or has been buffed, and my defenses have, appropriately gotten stronger for it. Which I don't mind accepting. Okay, I guess we go this way.
Stay focused.
We have company.
Apollo? Well, let's get some experience roller here. We've got plenty of lockpicks. I'll go until we got 20 lockpicks, I guess. Getting that stepped up is always going to be a welcome addition. Could be annoying to do all this, but it needs to be done just to increase our skill level. So I welcome it. Alright. Almost there. Yeah, I'll just stick it at 30. There we go. Alright, let's see. What do we get? We got a whole bunch of stuff. Defiler's Spark. Create an elemental explosion when you kill an enemy. Okay. Increase magic regen by 2. And Fire Rune. Create a small rune which explodes with a burning fire after a short delay, when there is an enemy nearby. Or you can create a large rune which bursts into a burning whirlwind after a long delay. Let's drop the leather gauntlets, I suppose. They're only 25 weight. There we go. War Club is 5.3, but 250 coins is better. The reflex bows are definitely worth it. Leather chest armor, definitely worth. The boots aren't worth it, though. Food Mystic Gauntlets are fine, as is the Totem. Not really doesn't really do anything either way, so... Kind of pointless there. The rest we'll keep. Our weight is doing some, it is a bit rough, but we can't really help that. Best we can do is just accept it and move on. Alright, what is this place? Hello, a Stackfather Shrine. Before I do go further, deal with the Buganese. Hey. At least the experience here ain't bad. Now, if I recall correctly, this is going to be a save situation, so we're going to save here. Under Stream 18, here we go. Alright, and when we return, we get a few word deer stuff. Oh, hello. Oh, boy. Ow. Okay. Hey! Champion of Seldrin. We also get a few other stuff, though. And, yeah. I wasn't expecting to defeat this guy so early, but, I guess that's just, how the cookie crumbles. But, for our troubles, we get a pretty decent armor set. Receiving melee damage returns 25 physical damage back to the attacker. Each enemy within a radius of 6 meters increases your armor by 3%. So, this is actually pretty wild. Increases physical damage by 50% when your health is above 99%. Decreases incoming healing by 10%. As much as I like that, the heavy gauntlets just hold out way better. Restores 50 stamina when your enemy dies nearby. And fully restores mana. A poorly restored mana causes you to take 5% less damage. So, this is a 5% damage reduction if we keep a full mana pool. Which means we don't really use magic, so it's just 5% damage reduction. Melee critical chance by 25% when your health is below a certain threshold. And increased physical damage. This increases our armor, so it has arguably a better perk than the Greaves, because it's just a scaling buff when more enemies are present. Of course, I could do way better, obviously, but yeah. Yeah, we sort by weight here. Let's drop the leather hoods. Permanently increase spirituality. Tempting. We don't need these leather pants anymore. There we go. These boots are pretty useless. There we go. We're definitely going to have to get going, though. Yeah, so let's go this way, see what's what. Hey. Ethereal cobwebs and titanium. And we get a picked hideout, which we don't really want to focus on. So let's go back. We're going to sell some stuff, obviously. Hello, bear. Oh, hi. Wait, what is our health like? We've got 328. Oh, okay. We got a ridiculous amount of health then. Nice. That might also be the reason why we're dying so little. We just have such an absurd health pool. Okay, what's over here then? Okay, Remmer's Cave. Well, at the very least, the ethereal cobwebs are a welcome addition. Okay, I believe the camp here is good for selling, so we can go here real quick. Sell a bunch of the goods that we've collected thus far. Alrighty. Okay, and... Hey, gotta level up. At least the grind is not that bad. We're making some serious progress here. Oh, hello. Let's level up here. Yeah, just increase our perception. Skill tree. Natural choice would definitely be to increase our damage output. Let's see. Increase physical damage by 2% for each point of your weapon's weight. Eh. Deadly Fury would probably be pretty good to grab, but we'd have to get more points into it. And besides, we've got stuff to get in Perception anyways. Let's just increase our critical chant or critical damage by an additional 10%. That's going to make our damage output slightly higher. Let's rest until... Let's go 8. You calm down? No, you have not. Okay. I suppose there is another place we can go in order to sell our goods. We'll warp over here so that way we can talk with the old man that's nearby and sell our goods there. Okay. We don't have enough to wield those, but we can wield the composite bows easily. Let's see. Titanium arrows are probably going to be our best friend henceforth, so we're going to sell these. Yeah, so titanium arrows seem to be the next category when it comes to arrow types. Got a whole slew of options for spells, that's for sure. Sell 2 of the Burning Embers. Gotta maintain a professional amount of spells here and there. Alright, armors, let's see. Anything that isn't rare is just a sell or has special effects. Keep the rings, the amulet. Increases your dash invincibility. Receiving damage has a 25% chance to lower your movement speed by half. And then, of course, increased encumbrance is always welcome. Oh, so the toothache remedies, while they have good healing, actually hold a lot of weight, believe it or not. That is an interesting discovery. We're gonna sell the fairy mush. We don't really need the stamacid. Ideally, we want to just use digestion tinctures. We've got 300 health, so if I'm not healing by 200 at this point, kind of pointless. We don't need Caller's Grace, but we'll still keep it. We don't really use mana to begin with, so no really reason to keep them. Druid's Friend. I'll keep the 50%ers. That's fine. Rejuvenation potions are good in a pinch, so we'll keep those. We don't need Fairy Mush, like I've said. I'll keep anything that's 100 HP and above, I guess. Food stuff, well, there you go. We got a whole bulk of it. Sell that and oatmeal. Next sneaking hit will instantly kill an enemy. That's a fun thing. Increase attack speed by 2.5 for 10 seconds. I'm just going to sell all the thrown stuff. Word prisms. Keep those. All right. We're just going to set up a bonfire. We are going to fuel it so that way we can identify. It seems we can stash now as well. That's nice. Let's focus on the immaculate unidentified items. This is going to go through a lot of our cobwebs, but that's perfectly fine. We can stash some stuff real quick. We'll put this away. Has a 50% chance to duplicate all magic projectiles shot. Interesting. Poison Knight's Gladius increases critical chance by a 10% increase. And we don't need it though, so we'll just put that away. Poison Knight's Great Sword. We've got 7s to 5s. We'll put the 7 away. Baylor's Bulwark. Each blocked hit charges a shield. After gaining 10 charges, increase physical damage done by 100% for 10 seconds. That could be ridiculously good. I'm actually probably going to utilize that, because that's slightly better than the Bloodtith shield. So as long as I get 10 charges, that will be insanely useful. Okay. A cool little gimmick there. Increase max mana by 2, no, and no. Receive melee damage, increase max health, and increased healing when not in combat. 3 healing per, well, 3 health per spirituality point, no. I kind of like this chest plate. But at the same time, the physical damage is just too hard to pass up, so no. The gloves are a definite no, unfortunately, because of heavy gauntlets. But if we were playing anything else, it'd definitely be worth considering. Each enemy within a certain radius increases our armor. This effectively gives us a percentage increase based on the enemies that surround us. At the cost of losing 26% of physical damage, because we're never finding ourselves below 20% HP in most cases. Put this away. So I'm definitely going to consider the Twatan leggings. We don't need the Arc Druid boots. We don't need these boots. And let's see. Decreases incoming damage by 33% when our stamina is below 15%. We don't need that. If we wasted our stamina significantly, this would probably be pretty good. But at the same time, critical chance is just literally the best thing for us, so doing anything that isn't that isn't really great. Amber Stride. The Gem of Dodge. Dashes regenerate 11% faster. That's actually pretty nice. It also appears that you can upgrade certain materials, or they're set with certain upgrades that you can do. Cool. Put these away. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if there's anything worth grabbing here. I don't think there is, but it never hurts to check. Okay, increase attack speed, no. Increases max health, but reduces max mana. Oddly enough, I think the Arcane Transmutation Ring could be good. But I'm not 100% certain. If you're fighting with 2 weapons, increase damage by 25%, no. Amulets, let's see. Stone Warden Talisman is obviously the go-to, usually. When you have full health, deal 33% more damage. Okay, taking damage increases armor by 15% for 2 seconds. That's a general increase of damage, but I do want to keep our crit going higher. Let's see, alchemy. Do we want to do anything here? I guess great health potions are the way. We'll craft 13. There we go. Let's make a slow fall potion. Let's see. I guess we'll make some bloodsucker potions. And we'll quickly make a whole bunch of rejuvenation potions, because those will help. Yeah, I could lock my stamina at 100% for 10 seconds, or 18 seconds in this case. Why not? That'll increase it for 16 seconds, that's nice. We're at 272 weight. Probably due to all the things that we got here, huh? Not too surprising, but yeah. Let's sell some stuff to body here, real quick. Most of these we don't want, so we're just gonna sell them. Well, Yeah, we've already got bow, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Don't need to worry about magic, because that's just stable for us. Alright, now, if I recall correctly, if we go into our character and we go into skill trees, I believe there's something to do with endurance that gives us way more. Increases your physical damage by 1% for every 10%, or every 10 points of missing health. Each enemy killed increases your max stamina by 5. For every 10 points of health you are missing, your attack speed increases. I think there's something else, though. Is it part of Red Death? Losing 1% of max health grants a stack of lament. Okay. Killing an enemy gets stacks of lament, increases the delay, yeah. And then there's a give up, give you up, yeah. Dealing damage to an enemy has a 50% chance to grant a stack of lament. E. We should definitely increase our lament stacks, though, at this point, though. I feel like there is something that helps with HP, though. I just can't remember. I guess it would be this, wouldn't it? Unstoppable Rage and then Furious Assault. Because that increases your, increases it by a slight amount. I mean, I guess I could get into attack speed as well. That's also an option. Yeah, if we go into Onslaught, we can increase our attack speed for each consecutive hit, which we do a lot of. So having consecutive hits could really nail our attacks to ridiculous levels. Movement speed is, you know, a thing, but we don't really need that. I don't know. I feel like there was something that helped us when it came to HP, but I can't remember. Two-handed, one-handed. Staggered enemies take 30% increased damage. Enemy stamina is depleted, preventing them from performing any actions. This could be really ridiculous. I'm not sure how many times I do knock the wind out of their sails, though. Well, either which way, I gotta confirm anyway, so let's just go up and out over there. Okay, we need to... I guess we'll go into Remmer's Cave as well while we're at it. Might as well be thorough with the exploration that we're doing, right? In we go. Let's go see what Remmer's Cave has to offer. Gotta beat him down. Go down. Oh, nearly. Okay. Hello. Bingo. Okay, so we managed to secure a pyre coil. Wreaths your weapons in flames, burning every nearby enemy when wielded. Flames get hotter with each consecutive hit done. And increase incoming healing by 10%. Okay. Increasing incoming healing can go really well for us, I do believe. A welcome addition, to say the least. Assuming we use it, that is. Ah! Okay, well that was a bit of a rough battle, but we did well, all things considering. Our health just kept recovering because of how bulky we are. A Ripper Jacket. Increase the parry window. Here we go. Increase parry window when dual-wielding weapons. Blocking costs 80% less stamina when dual-wielding weapons. Interesting. I mean, it's good if you're trying to go a parry build, I suppose. We aren't exactly parry... we aren't built for parries, but, you know. Nice to know we have options. Alright, let's go up here. I don't really see anything worth noting. beyond that. Oh. That's it. Okay. Cool. Hey, there we go. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. It was just a quick rush through everything. Alright. Oh, right, I should probably check those items here. Let's see. Aside from the bows and the fetishes, there really aren't that great. Yeah, most are worth ditching, basically. Yeah, we'll lose the helms and whatnot. Honestly, at this point, I'm probably just going to filter through them immediately and just grab what's 100 plus in gold, at the very least. Okay, off we go. Hey, Shrine of the Deer. Oh. Okay. There should have been one hanging off a cliff, but whatever. Alright, we can make an offering and gain stamina regen for our troubles. Yeah, so we get a permanent stamina regen at the cost of anter fragments and deer fragments. A nice little boon, to say the least. Does appear that there's something here. So I guess we'll check this out real quick. What's this? Another Dalriata shrine. Hello, hello. What are you? Undead. Cease. Okay, we've got an Ice Weaver as a new enemy.
Hey, you!
Oh,
By the way,
There's more where that came from. Come and see for yourself. The sanctuary awaits. What the hell? We got... Okay, we got fished. Okay. I guess that's a way to communicate. Not sure how to feel about that. Okay. About the only thing I should grab is Dalriata armor. And totem, maybe. Hey. Okay, well, that's a, that was something, just getting hucked the fish at. I mean, hell, I respect the hustle to grab my attention. Damn. Okay, there's supposed to be something over here, then. Grotto of the First Men. I guess we need to go in here. Now I just need to explore it. Before I do go any farther, though, I should probably set up a quick slot here. We'll set by quality, I guess. The silencer has a 5% chance to stagger enemies. Bunch of good loot, to say the least. Yeah, that's a legendary enemy. Hello, word slime. Oh! Huh. Okay, so word slimes have the weird, uncanny situation to spawn bosses. That's cool. Either that, or it's just a very specific thing. Probably a weird specific thing going off what I'm wagering. Okay. Okay, let's drop these. Let's keep going, I guess. Yeah. Okay, there's a little alcove here. I'd be surprised if you weren't able to find it. Feeding time. You ready to ride, you majestic? Your favorite, here. Potato. And let's just give you a pet real quick. There we go. Atta good boy. Been a while since I've actually petted him. What the heck are you? Let's save here. Construct.
I sense the presence of a soul. The veil stirs. I awaken.
Who are you?
I am the observation construct, set here long ago by my creators. Of them, no trace remains, only silence. Yet you bear the soul mark of a creator. Faint, flickering, but there. Shall I speak what I have seen?
How long have you stood here?
Time is not mine to measure. No sun reaches this place. If you seek such knowledge, find the one the creators named Time Construct. Or ask the construct for watching Outlanders. He counts the days, or so it's said.
Sure, tell me everything you can.
You must choose what I shall speak of. My memory holds much, but not all at once. Would you know of the living that pass through this place? Or the signs carved upon stone? Or the bones and the other still organic matter?
I have questions about the living.
So be it. Many come. Small lives, clawed and toothsome. They bicker, they fight, they devour. Be wary. None like you have passed this way in many cycles. None who bore such light in the soul.
What about the stone symbols?
The stone is painted history. The first carved their truths into the walls. Signs not bound by the turning of time. I watched as stars marked their days. The gut of the mountain. The giant's eye. The sky bore witness when the primordial fell. The pattern remains for those who know how to follow it. But few now do.
And what of the bones?
One rests still. A skull of the first, cradled on a pedestal, delicate, revered. Perhaps the old tales speak true, that the creators sprang from those ancient ones. The signs point that way. But to say more would be beyond my knowing. A greater construct would be needed.
Were you made by the Four Dwellers?
I do not know this word. I was woken by the hand of creators, or perhaps by their will. That is enough.
That's all, I think.
I wake to presence. I rest when the world falls silent. The watch is ended. For now. When another soul walks this ground, I shall wake once more. Take this as a memento of our meeting.
Four Dweller's skull. I see. Just take those few things. I'm gonna avoid that for a brief moment, but it's very clear that we want to go there. We can... I feel like we can do more here. Before we go in there, let's go up and see what's what. Okay, this just leads us back over here. Okay. So let's actually go through here. Grotto of the First Men. Let's check this out. Ow. Oh, okay, so it just leads us there. Huh. Guess we want to leave this place. We'll talk with Arthur once we get out of here. He only comes through our campfires, after all. Hello, Arthur. About the Grotto of the First Men. Have you ever encountered a construct before?
Never. Until now. Seeing it through your eyes. A truly fascinating phenomenon. It only proves how little we understood about the Four Dwellers. Sadly, our encounters with them were limited to the battlefield. We knew they created helpers for themselves, but their use appeared strictly military. We saw creatures that dragged the bodies of fallen Four Dwellers off the battlefield, like great hands retrieving their dead, or living beacons that revealed the location of our camps. But this construct seems even older. It must have been created before we ever arrived, back when they could explore their lands in peace. Lands we had to wrest from them, just to survive.
Did you ever suspect that anyone came to Avalon before the Four Dwellers?
We had no time for such speculation. As you know, survival in this hostile land was all that mattered to us. But now, with the construct's claim that they might have been the fathers of the Four Dwellers, it does give one pause. Who knows? Perhaps humans, too, might one day learn to coexist with the weirdness. But first, we must give them the time, so they may have a chance to find out.
I see. Alrighty. Well, with that, we can now go to the First Men up here, I guess. So, let's follow the path. We go further north, I guess.
Don't let your guard down.
Okay, yeah, no, if they have shields, we could really nuke their defenses. It appears. I mean, I guess I could see about making some food here. There's no harm in it, right? Gonna net us some high-quality ingredients, I wager. Or at the very least, we can make some recipes here. Let's see. Word deer stew. Let's go by price. By price. Well, I mean, word deer stew sounds like the best choice. But, we're actually gonna focus on the, other stuff first. Let's, make some southern-style crab. We'll make some hunter stew. We'll make some dang good fish. Whole bunch of venison stew. And I guess make a whole bunch of cabbage rolls. Or is what I would say if we could make it, but I guess not. And then we just do experimental. This will just get us the experience that we need for more stuff. Sea soup. 144 health over 60 seconds. That's not bad. Right. That's a bit more experience paired up. And let's see. I guess we keep going up here. Ow. Oh, a swarm. Lovely. That was something. Okay, I guess we go up here. Leads us to the Forlorn North Gates. And naturally to a person here. Let's save here just in case. You never know.
You're from outside, aren't you? Silly question. You don't look like anyone from the tribes. Tell me, do you know anything about One Eye? Where he's stationed now?
Since we're talking, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Of course. I'm Olwyn of the Spain tribe, though I don't know if they'll let me keep that name after running away like this. But I don't care. My tribe isn't what it used to be. I doubt anyone's still alive anyway.
What happened to your tribe?
I don't know if I can talk about it. It's still too raw, you know? Something terrible happened. Truly terrible. Our god, the Lord of the Hunt, he got out. Out of wherever he was being kept. and then he did what gods like him do. He hunted. Faithful or not, it didn't matter. There was so much blood. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it.
Can I visit your tribe?
Even under normal circumstances, that would be risky. Our archers would drop you the moment you stepped on our land. I don't know how many are left, but if I were you, I'd go to Gurfhan first. He can give you a pass, so you can visit the tribes without, well, getting shot. So if you value your life, go to the capital first. After that, wander as much as you like. So, about One Eye.
Well, One Eye probably still holds the Alt Mother's Temple in the south. Although...
I think that's good news, right? I'm on my way to join him. After what happened here, in my tribe, the Svein, I'd rather die for something than die for nothing. Well, thank you for the information, and see you in better times.
Well, she's in for a rude awakening. Oh boy. Well, whatever. Alright, so yeah, we're increasing our critical chance even further. There's no reason to not, after all. I think it's high time for, well, we don't really lose that much health, do we? There's no reason to increase that further. I guess Red Death, we can increase our Lament stacks. That's probably the smartest choice. Yeah, let's increase our Lament stacks up to its maximum. That's going to help us quite a bit. And where do we go from here? I guess the first men. Well, first, I guess we exit out here. If only to determine where we need to go in Kunat to pass on the quest, because I do believe this is a quest for Kunat. But you know how it be. Yep, all we do is just go back here. Not sure whether people will be out and about, yeah. Quickly rest until 8. Here we go.
Nice to see you.
Hello.
Good to see you. There's all.
Okay, you don't sell anything. Hello, Osmond. Let's see what you got, Osmond. I guess I can quickly go sell some stuff. Okay.
I envy you. Hello.
What do you got here? You've got the Arcanist bow, Nightshade bow, and Frostbloom bow. None of which really appeal to me, so...
I envy you.
Oh, hello there.
Okay, well, let's start by dealing with Grail's bookstore here. Return to quest, as it were. Hello.
Yes? I'm busy, but I'll hear you out.
I found the grotto, and I also found an artifact that may interest you.
Oh, By the pickish wounds, that looks like a four-dweller's skull. I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it. It looks similar, but far more primitive. Quickly, let's hide it. Who knows how people may react to seeing something like this in the middle of town? Let's not cause trouble for Varel. Tell me, what was it like? What did you see?
I met a construct. That's what it called itself. Some kind of four-dweller tool, I think. For science.
That's remarkable. And it still worked after all these years. I've heard of constructs before. I always thought they were just stories told about the four-dwellers, the kind meant to scare kids into behaving. But they were said to activate only in the presence of a four-dweller. So why did it respond to you?
Well, because I carry a part of King Arthur's soul within me.
Well, that explains it. Say hi from me. And thanks for trusting me with that. I'd love to hear how you got your hands or your soul on something like that and still walk among us. But right now, I need to focus on this discovery of a lifetime. So tell me, what else did this construct say?
There's a theory that the first men were actually the ancestors of the Four Dwellers.
That's it! By the gods, that's proof! Do you know what you've just discovered? Proof that the Four Dwellers weren't born by the weirdness itself. They just evolved over the centuries, learning to tame the weirdness and claim its power. And if they evolved, maybe there's hope for us too. If we're strong enough to survive, maybe we can change. Live freely, without fear of the weirdness. Sorry, my mind was wandering again. What were you saying?
There were also cave paintings, and the construct had a method to decipher them. It was supposed to be their history.
Cave paintings? With their story? Incredible! Astounding! I'll have to go there myself someday. But now, I can only imagine what they might have looked like. Thank you. Here, take this for your reward and for your efforts for uncovering the artifact. I hope only the most remarkable adventures and discoveries find their way to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll return to my thoughts.
Will do. We get a siege bow, which increases our max stamina, apparently. Not sure what that means, but hey. Rewards are rewards, I'm not going to complain. In fact, let's actually check that bow real quick. 135 to 138 damage, which is technically 300 or so damage for us. We increase our max stamina by 20%, or 20. We increase stamina regen by 25, but we also decrease movement speed multiplier by 50%. That's assuming we have it equipped. But it's way better than the power bow, that's for sure. Honestly, I may actually... Alright, let's see. We are going to replace the power bow here. Well, once we scroll down to it. We're going to swap it for the siege bow here. Because I can only imagine the amount of damage this is going to do if we land a hit. We'll be slow, but that's to be expected when it comes to archery. I fully expect us to be, like, very, very slow in these sorts of instances. 5% chance to stagger an enemy with this weapon. We don't need it, though. We'll put the power bow away. But that's ridiculous. That's nearly... That's 300 damage, basically. Not including the arrow itself, no less. Well, if I wanted to practice archery, now would be a good time as any, wouldn't it? At the very least, it would give us a whole slew of benefits. Well, not benefits per se, but it would definitely do a lot against the enemy. Let's see about doing a quick few upgrades here and there. Mainly just to increase the power of our weaponry and whatnot, and we'll go from there. Alright. Let's start with the shield. What Well, first let's check out the champion armor here. Okay, so leveling this up does not increase the value of the armor bonus. It's just a 3% net period. Which kind of sucks considering this can scale. I'm going to keep with the Sir Lancelot grease for now, but it's definitely worth thinking about in the future. Until then, let's just increase the power of our armor here. I guess we start with the chest plate. Oh, we are lacking in leather. I mean, that's an easy fix, I guess, right? Okay. There's also the bulwark here, which we should probably level up. And actually, upgrading this also increases the amount of damage we do. So the Baelor's bulwark is probably going to be our endgame our shield, I guess. That is 150% damage just from +5. We'll upgrade this to 4. And I mean, I guess I can increase everything here to 5. There we go. We increase this. This increases our stamina regen, which isn't really that great. Gauntlets, right. Unfortunately, we can't bring this up another level, but that's fine, considering we were trying to upgrade other things anyways. The Siege Bow is probably something that we are going to want to upgrade, because this will increase its damage a little bit, I guess. But honestly, we don't need to do that, so... I guess ideally we want the Baelor's Bulwark to go. Besides, blocking for a significant sum is probably the way to go here. Ah. Let's go into handcrafting real quick, so that way I can make a little bit more. There we go. This should be enough to upgrade these one more row, which will give us a slight boost across the board. Okay, there we go. And then that just leaves the Baelor's Bulwark here. Alright, that's 160. Okay, relics, we are going to retrieve these feral charms. Unlock these. We want, obviously, the feral charms to be the priority on the Baelor's Bulwark. Let's get the Siege Bow set. Let's see. Melee weapon receives nope. Weapon deals additional 10% damage. Well, considering it deals 300 damage, that is a 10% increase, which is a 30% or 30 damage increase, roughly. So yeah, using 2 Starborn eggs, that increases damage by 20%. So that 300% or 300 points of damage becomes 360, I think. So the siege bow becomes a bit of a powerhouse when it comes to damage now. There is more relics that we do want to check out. Well, attach, really. Let's see what else we can equip here. Well, I do ideally want to increase our carrying capacity, so we do want to equip those. Ignites enemies when they hit you in close combat. We're gonna avoid that instead. Let's increase our carry capacity, and we're gonna reduce stamina costs by 4%. It's a small thing, but it does matter. How about the cloak here? Yeah, no, let's keep the health recovery. Yeah, we need more artifacts, really. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. And then we can... Yeah, we just need other means to make ourselves a bit better. But having 300 carry weight is definitely a good addition for us. And we're just going to swap over to the other shield. Because Baylor's Bulwark just hits different. Just quickly down those. And let's see, we'll put a custard in. Okay. We'll put the Blood Tith shield away. It does appear that the maximum you can block is 90, which sucks a little bit, but it could be worse, to be fair. We're blocking 90% of damage, after all, with a shield if we do it that way. We'll put the Ripper Jacket away. We can put the Uthan Leggings away. What else? I guess we'll put the Ring of Arcane Transmutation away. And I guess all these relics we can put away as well. But we do really need more relics, to say the least. Got a whole bunch of food that we're going to have to chow through eventually, but all in due time. But we'll definitely put all these away. This will reduce our carry, or our weights significantly, because ingredients tend to do that. There we go. And from there, we're at 61 carry capacity. Alright. To the Forlorn Swords we go. Let's warp over to... I guess we need to figure out where the capital is, huh? I guess we'll start with locating the capital, get that sorted, so that way we have the permission to go around and do things before we do anything else. Just a precaution to prevent ourselves from getting shanked along the way. To get to the capital, we just need to go down this path, I guess. And we'll go from there. Now it's just a matter of getting as much gold as possible, really. Next to a number of other things, of course. Oh. What's over here? Another Rimmer's Cave. Okay, well, no reason to stop. Our damage should have increased significantly because of this, so that's good. These Berserker Axes aren't worth it, so we'll just drop those. There we go. Okay, so as long as I do end up blocking, we'll be fine. Besides, we heal just enough that it's gonna be fine. Yeah, these guys stand no chance, though. That's a fact. Although, I think the shield is probably going to shine most when we start using it when it comes to... What's the word? It's gonna shine most when we use it against bosses, that's it. But yeah, beyond that, we're just gonna have to make do and continue on as normal. Oh, right, I completely forgot, I can reduce their, stamina to a certain degree, and then, it's just easy to deal with them. Summoned Remmer Warrior. Okay. New summon spell just drops. Not that we really use the summons, but hey, they're there if you want to. But yeah, no, I guess that's it. It's just a small room that gives you the ability to summon Remmers. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go down south here. But not before checking this thing out. Let's save here.
It's crawling with monsters out there, isn't it? I'm hiding here to get my strength back before moving on.
Who are you?
They call me Runner because I'm a fast runner. If I were still with my tribe, I'd have introduced myself as Shabba. But Scarin the Skin Taker gave me that name, and I just got used to it.
You were cast out of your tribe?
Not really. My greatest sin was being a Gunvalder who survived. None of the other tribes would take me in. They think my survival goes against everything the Delrita stand for. Can you believe that? As if surviving is beneath the Delrita. Who needs us dead? Only the worms in the ground. So I joined Scarin the Skin Taker's band. We were like a family, until Scarin decided there was no place for me in his ranks.
Who is Scarin the Skin Taker?
He's the top dog around here. After I joined him, he called me Runner. Said it was for how fast I run away from a fight. He's one mean son of a bitch. At first, it seemed like we all shared the same idea. Uniting the Delrita. Even the Nameless ones. But over time, he started losing it. He sees conspiracies everywhere. Trusts no one. Stuff like that. I think the power got to his head. I've heard it happen sometimes.
Alright, where are you headed then?
Out of here. Anywhere. The farther the better. I've got just one last piece of unfinished business keeping me in these lands. But I need a lot more strength before I finish my mission. And all these monsters sure aren't making things any easier.
What is that mission?
I want to get rid of Scarin the Skin Taker. He shouldn't rule over anyone, and he certainly shouldn't try to unite all the scattered Nameless under his banner. But if he succeeds, the way he is now, he'd have us attacking our own brothers. I've had enough bloodshed. One Eye's off to his war, and word is that Gurfhan wants to call the moot and go to war with Camelot. Or with One Eye for going after Camelot. Either way, it ends with us spilling more of our own blood.
That's quite a reasonable take for a former bandit.
But it's the truth. And I was thinking, if you're willing, we could make a deal. You see, if Scarin were to be killed by someone outside the Delrita, not only would he die, so would his legend. My Nameless brothers will see the truth. Someone wiser will take his place, and we'll live in peace. Exiled, maybe, but still honorable.
Alright, I'll hunt Scarin the Skin Taker for you.
Great! That's what I like to hear. Bring me his head, and I'll share what I took when I left the village.
We'll have to see
You
more.
won't be disappointed. Don't you worry about that.
I'll have to see what goes on here, but I don't exactly want another One Eye running about, so at the very least, the concerns are justified for me. At the very least, I want to make sure another One Eye doesn't sprout up, so probably the smart choice to get rid of him. Maybe. Okay, that's a place I can't visit, apparently, because the rocks are preventing us from doing so. But okay. Still need to go to the tribes anyways, so...
Did you hear something? Your money or your life?
What are you gonna do?
You're no match for our band. Your gold belongs to us now.
That was easy. Now, I believe that's all good. Yep, Forlorn Axe. We can drop the staff. Yeah, it seems like just weapons are, in general, are just more valuable. But I digress. The Dalriata armor does seem like it's worth keeping, though, so... Hello.
We'll make short work of you.
Okay.
We'll make short work of you.
Okay, Scrap Iron was somebody. But otherwise, somebody easy. Titanium Throwing Knives, Thrower of Plague, Ulfer's Titan Steel Cape, Titan Steel Gear, okay. Increased buff duration. That's not bad. What's up here to warrant such a parkour? Ooh, a Searing Cinder. Okay, that's probably a new high tier spell, right? Not high tier, but it shoots a large burning projectile. You can also shoot a massive burning ball of fire. So if you're looking for a massive AoE, I suppose there's that. Not like I can cast it, to be fair. I'm sure if you had, like, certain modifiers, you could make it, like, really ridiculous, but we don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But we did get a new cloak. Yeah, this increases buff duration by 50%. So if we have buffs... Well, I guess the effects of, what's it is? I guess the effects of the Red Death would technically count as a buff. So that is technically a buff duration effect. Let's swap over to titanium arrows here. I am actually curious to see how we fare.
You're no match for our band. Your gold belongs to us now. You're not. This is gonna hurt.
All right. Well, it seems like they couldn't withstand me, so... Yeah, we once again outlived the dangers. Alright, we've made it to the Capitol Bridge. Now, I guess we gotta go down south here. And then follow this path, I guess. Yeah, so we followed this path here. And hope it's enough. Oh, there was a side passage here, huh? But it does reveal this. Ambergrin the Foreteller, which gives us some magic boost. Nothing too big, but hey. Every skill bonus is always welcome. We'll just quickly grab this. There we go. Off we go. Well, how can I say no to so much ore? Especially certain things like meteorite here. Christ. Frostbitten Warrior, sword, axe, sword. How much do these go for? 60, 60, 60. Nothing too crazy. Attacks heavily poison enemies with the Sour of Plague. Ooh. So if we're looking for a two-handed weapon, there you go. Ulfer's Titan Steel. It's alright. Expensive, but eh. Oh, it's very hard. Well, not hard enough, it seems. And I guess we go down here to see what's what here. The Dancer's Crest. And Volker Gear. We'll drop this. And the Dancer's Crest. Successful parries restore all optimal dashes. So hey, if you're a dash build, there you go. Not that we're really going to be dashing much. Our build is built to tank, if anything. Hello, a new beast. Oh, a Croakmaw. Yeah, the Croakmaw failed to stop us, though. Here's another Stack Father Shrine. Let's save here. I know for a fact that we're going to need to do this. Alright, well, that was quick. For our troubles, just a few more stuff. Can't really complain. Hello, hello. An old Wordstone mine. Let's actually go in here. Wordstone is always a welcome addition. Okay. Alright, let's pop this open. There we go. Hefty Spear. Attacks have a 25% chance to stun. Not bad, not bad at all. Hey, level up. The frostbitten axes are pretty useless to us. Take the ale. The apples come with us. Anything else around here? It doesn't look like it, so... But we'll still double check all the same. Cider. Alright, let's go down. Let's see where we go from here. Lots of undead. Hey. Wow. They stand absolutely no chance against us, which is ridiculous. But I mean, hey, I'm not gonna say, no to just getting stronger, that's for sure. Are we sure this is a Miststone Mine? Or whatever it's called. A weird stone mine? Okay, this brings us back to the storage. Yeah, no, this is just a straight up copper mine, it feels like. I mean, I'm not complaining. Copper does make us stuff that will increase our, the value of goods that we get, eventually. Or at the very least, we'll get plenty of items to work with. I mean, just copper. Beast of the Strain. Critical hits restore 15% of stamina. Well, I mean, if there was one thing that would help us, I guess it'd be that, wouldn't it? I mean, critical hits are the lifeblood of what makes us what makes our build like insane. So that probably it would be the best thing for us. Okay, but yeah, no, it does look like this is just a copper mine now. I guess that would explain why it's been abandoned. Yeah. Well, hey, if we're looking for copper, this would probably be the place, so that's a nice little addition. To our surplus of resources, that is. I guess we'll go from there. Quickly set up a bonfire here. Gonna level up. Once again, increase our perception. This is going to increase our crit chance up to 44. We'll increase our skill trees accordingly. I guess Red Death would be the focus here. Honestly, at this point, I don't really need to increase it any further. So let's just ignore that for now. I guess the ideal choice would probably be to increase critical damage at this point. Because the more crits we do, the better. But we do need to increase our amount of crits that we do, so that's another thing. I do need to quickly, let's see. Yeah, unless our HP is below a certain threshold, we're not really getting much in the way of crit chance damage, huh? Which is a kind of a bummer, considering how much we rely on it. We just need a, honestly, we need to sacrifice some armor to, get some better gear. Or better crit. Okay, so yeah, no, Frostgrots are basically annoying individuals then. But hey, we can easily deal with them. It's just a matter of throwing hands and waiting. If you've got no patience, then you've probably not got a chance to deal with the enemy here. Okay, if we go that way, we can go from there. But we don't really need to worry about that right now, so we're just going to ignore it. Because we got bigger fish to fry. We need to get the approval to explore these lands anyways, so... prioritize going there. There we go. Here we are. Now we're getting really close. Now we just need to get into the area, so... Here we go. Now we just gotta get up there, really. I guess we go through here. Oh boy. Speedy escalation up here. Alright, I guess this is the entrance, huh? Let's save here and go see about getting our approval to be in the lands. The capital has been found.
I sensed your approach, my king. I, Gurfan of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed.
How do you know that I'm not alone?
Ah, so you're still speaking with your own voice. Good. At least I won't have to bother with that formal drivel Camelot loves so much. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes? Or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face? Or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones.
We talk in specific conditions.
Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians. A pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to.
What kind of treaties did you have with Arthur?
Normal ones. Honorable. He entrusted us with the Forlorn Swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the weirdness. Can you hear me, Arthur? The treaty is rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore, except ourselves, damn it.
King Arthur wants to reclaim his helm.
Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead, if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not going to be an easy journey, or a short one.
What do you mean?
Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside. Or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur.
Blessing of the tribes.
Yes. The funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat, only if the kingdom was in a dire situation, and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out, if you're up for it.
What do you need?
Well, I need the chieftains to come here, because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force. But I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. I'd like you to look into it.
Why would the tribes listen to an outsider?
They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvelder in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because, right? After all, you're the king, aren't you?
Alright. Help out with the tribes or go there on my own.
Exactly. There's only one sane course of action, but you do you. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. As a Gunvelder, I've got nowhere to go anyway.
So you want to invade Camelot?
An eye for an eye. There's no other way. Does that surprise you? I was the one who honored the old treaties Camelot violated. I was the one who tried to convince One-Eye not to throw people into guerrilla warfare, but to organize a proper military campaign instead. But for that, I'd need united tribes. And getting us all to work together on our own turf? That's proven to be exceptionally difficult.
Why did Camelot attack the Gunvalder tribe?
If you ask me, they got scared. The giant in our village started glowing. Maybe waking up, maybe coming alive. Whatever it is giants do. We were glad, though the other tribes, not so much. They envied us, no doubt about that. And that's probably why they didn't lift a finger to help when Camelot invaded our lands. Us, the Dalrida, we have changed. We're a shadow of our ancestors. But we were not the first to raise our weapons.
You're glad the giant was coming alive.
Well, you see, the giants for us are a bit like gods. We call them our protectors. It's a tradition dating back to the battles of the Age of Legends. The Dalrita befriended the giants long before Arthur ever did. There was peace between us, even when we stood on opposite sides of the war. We honor them because we believe that when they awaken, they will repay our care with their protection. It's good to have allies like them.
Alright, tell me more about the Gunvalder tribe.
What can I tell you? We're gone. Only a few of us are left, scattered across all of Avalon. I'm still here, and so is One-Eye. He's convinced he can take Camelot with a handful of hot-headed youngsters. Foolish dreams, suicide, call it what you like. We were brave, proud, and deeply connected to nature. Each of us bonded our soul to an animal, sharing strength between us. I won't tell you more than that. I don't want to. I can't. All of this is still too fresh for me, too raw.
How do you know King Arthur is with me?
King Arthur? His presence clings to you like a shadow. unmistakable to those who still remember him. Your words, your actions, they carry the weight of him. The way you stand, even your damn stubbornness. Arthur always left his mark on those he touched. The Gunvelder haven't forgotten. Betrayed by Camelot or not, our blood still remembers the old king. But don't mistake my recognition for trust. If Arthur truly walks with you, prove it. Show me his legacy still lives and breathes.
How many tribes are there?
As of now, 4. The Volker, the Svein, the Ulfra, and the Toyd. Each one with its role, each one with its problems.
Okay, tell me of the Volker.
The Volker were our berserkers, Mather's chosen warriors, unstoppable in battle. But Mather abandoned them, or so they believe. Now their rage is dulled, and they're slipping into despair. If we don't reignite their spirit, we risk losing them entirely.
And what of the Svein?
The Svein are hunters and guardians of something ancient, what they call a god. Forest devilry, if you ask me. Dangerous enough for us to keep our distance.
And the Ulfr?
The Ulfra are warriors, the best of us. Or they were. They've gone silent. No word from their chieftain, no sign of life near the haunted keep. I fear what might have befallen him.
And what of the Theud?
Mages. Clever, but strange. Their power is real, but their methods unsettling. They see the world differently. Useful in a fight, but don't expect to understand them. Still, strength is strength, even if it's wrapped in riddles and sparkles. Each tribe carries a part of our legacy. If we are to stand together again, we'll need them all, even the ones who've lost their way.
Regarding the moot.
Yes?
Well, never mind. I would go with Kedron, but let's just leave him alone for now. I am definitely considering whether I should take him out or not, but as it stands right now, I don't think that's the right choice to do so. For now, anyways. We're gonna go for the Jaws of Justice, I guess. But it's very clear that we've got a lot to work with, so I'm gonna start with the Jaws of Justice. So we just need to warp over here, so I'm gonna go to the northern gate of Forlorn Swords. And we'll go really see how insane that individual is that he's trying to ask us to deal with. Shouldn't be all that bad. What's this? That's a campfire. Let's go with Arthur's memories here. Let's have a talk with them. About the capital of Dalriata. What do you think of Gernhar's stance? Does war make any sense?
War never makes sense. It is a tool for survival. Had I refused to wage war against the Fordwellers, humanity would never have survived on Avalon. So if Gurfhanna declares war on Camelot, Avalon will once again drown in blood. But don't ask me what I think of it. Through your eyes, I see that Camelot is no longer the place I left behind.
What did the capital look like in your time?
When I gave the Forlorn Swords to the tribes of the Dalrita, There was nothing of substance here. A few abandoned giant caves, the occasional lone pillar. Nothing more. What stands now must have arisen after my time. And I must admit, I'm impressed with how they've made it their own. Their resilience speaks for itself.
Let's see. Well, we'll have to figure out what to do after time, but I digress. For now, we've got bigger issues to focus on. Oh, you moved really fast, huh? Guess we need to go up here. Here we are. Yeah, so we need to go up to here.
Prepare for battle. I will be your downfall.
Cease. Alright, that's them. More outfits to benefit for, most likely, yeah. Alright, let's see. What do we get here? Assassin gear, huh? Okay, we got Scarin's Mask. Increase max health by 100 while you're in combat. Critical, sneak, and weak spot hits restore health. Interesting. Having 100 extra health is not bad, especially in combat. What else? Assassin Tunic. Increase sneak damage by 10%. Assassin Gloves. Sneak damage by 5%. Another 5%. Another 5%. Okay. So nothing really too special. I do want to try Ulfr's Tight Steel Cape, though. Because that buff duration ain't a bad thing to consider. We'll lose out on 10% critical chance, but it's fine. Well, I'll deal with it later. It's no big deal. But we've completed that task. I guess we'll go Divided We Fall next. Yeah, let's go see what's going on over by the uppermost Dalriada tribe. Because it's very clear the hunters, whatever they are problems. Here we go. Hello. Harold the Drunkard. Oh, there's a person here.
Hello there, and sorry I haven't much time for chatter, I'm afraid. I was just about to set off again. I don't like traveling after nightfall. Gods know what slithers in the dark. Weirdness. Now that one's got a cruel appetite. Chews up lives like bread crusts. So best keep moving, right?
Who are you?
Of course. In all this hurry, I forgot my manners. My name is Fillmore. But do not call me a lady. Though, my father would probably prefer it that way. Some knights aren't too fond of having a woman among them.
Why did you become a knight?
Why? I suppose I thought it would make me count. people notice a knight. They move aside when you pass. I read that even among the Knights of the Round Table, there were few women. Percival, for example. Oh, what a wonderful life she must have had.
Maybe your father was just scared for you.
Yes. He's a bit, overprotective. Especially when it comes to the family name and what people say. He never made it to the Round Table himself, so he pinned his hopes on my brothers. One ended up as a bodyguard. The other took priestly vows. That left him bitterly disappointed. And, well, he didn't have much belief left in a daughter. Even if I've come much, much farther than they ever did.
Where are you heading?
Forlorn Swords. But, if you don't mind, I'd rather keep the purpose of my journey to myself for now. I'd hate to jinx it, having come this far already. The road to Burrow to Connacht wasn't easy, and there's still much ahead.
Are you not afraid of the Dalriada tribes living there?
Yes. I heard they're not really friendly to outsiders. But I've no intention of getting in anyone's way. I'll keep to the paths that seem long forgotten. Besides, I'm not exactly searching for something most folk would care about anyway.
Not stopping you.
Thank you. Safe travels, kind wanderer.
Okay, then. Ah, it's one of these creatures. Knucklebees. Not exactly the most, friendly of beasties, but, you know. What can you do? Yeah, no, I need to increase my attack speed. If I increase the attack speed, it'll go ridiculous. It'll be more entertaining, I think. Just a matter of increasing the attack speed to that level, really. Guess we go to Divide and we Fall here. Let's save here.
I think you lost your way. Turn back and be on your way.
Where am I?
This is the village of the Sven tribe. Whatever you're looking for, you won't find it here.
I'm looking for your chieftain. I have a message from Gerfnar.
Then maybe you'll find something. Especially since you have the seal and all. What's the message?
An invitation to the moot.
I doubt the chieftain has time for that right now. But you could deliver the message, if he even agrees to see it. The path is open, but don't stay too long.
Yep. God.
And who might you be? Are you the messenger of the Stagfather, the one Glirna foretold? If she's right for once, well, that'd be a first. You're a little late, by the way.
I don't know anything about any prophecy, though.
Ah, perhaps that's for the best. The last thing we need is another self-proclaimed prophet causing trouble. As you can see, I've got enough on my plate. I'm Barlam, the chieftain. Welcome to the Svinelands, where the tribe that's just ceased to exist.
What happened there?
Can't you see? I won't speak of it further. Not with outsiders. See this? One of those bodies belongs to my son, Jens. He fought bravely, to the very end. May the ancestors grant him a place at their table. May the unrealm of the hunt show him mercy. It's a damn shame his god failed him. You just had to be stubborn, didn't you, kid? Hey, no point wasting breath. What's done is done. Most of the Svine tribe is gone.
Gurfnar sent me.
Let me guess. He wants to call the moot. He's been trying for years, and every time I've had to refuse. Not because I want to. I know the moot is sacred law. But above that law is my duty to protect the tribe. And as you can see, I've failed. The Svine tribe is gone.
Gurfnar told me to help with whatever is holding you back from attending the moot.
Not having a tribe is what's holding me back. Can you turn back time? Bring my people back to life? No? That's what I thought. I don't know you. And if Gerfan thinks I'll trust someone from outside the tribes on his word alone, he's showing weakness. Especially now. But I do have a solution. Find Kjell. If she vouches for you, I'll honor the voice of the tribe's request. And I'll let you help us, if that's even possible.
Alright, so I'll go find Kjell.
She should be nearby. She'll have a task for you, something to prove you can be trusted. Once that's done, meet me here. Maybe then I'll share something more.
Alright. So, the Savain tribe is basically near non-existent. Which, we had the potential signs of it being non-existent, simply due to the rumors. Or at the very least, one of the rumors of one of the tribes being near destroyed, but I digress. I'll just ignore certain... Well, yeah, let's just ignore some people until we talk with her.
You picked a damned bad time to show your face here. Outsiders in the village are rarely good news. But now, after what happened, don't you think we have enough trouble without you?
I don't want any trouble, for myself or for you.
Sure, that's what all outsiders say. Until trouble finds them. Anyway, watch yourself. One wrong move, and you'll have more than just me to deal with. Our whole village will be on you. At least, what's left of us. What do you want?
Well, I am curious. What happened here?
We haven't even buried the bodies yet. And you're already sniffing around. Here's some advice. It's not your business, so stay out of it.
Ooh, D. Yeah, right. Barlam won't talk to me unless you vouch for me.
Well then, the two of you aren't talking. I don't know you, and I'm not vouching for you. The sooner you leave the village, the better. For you, and for... Wait, hold on. There is one thing you could help me with. One of our hunters went to the cave nearby, and hasn't returned. With everything that happened here, I forgot all about him. If you want to prove yourself, find out what happened to him. And don't come back empty-handed.
Fine.
Good. No need to linger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother testing her patience at this point. Like, if she won't talk to us, then we have to do some work. That's just the unavoidable truth. We'll go to the unfolding first, though, because it feels a little closer. But, yeah. We're gonna make our way over to here to see what's going on. Okay, we're gonna save here, and we'll keep going. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. Most of these are takeables, but we'll still just keep going. Dolph Jokney, right? Almost sent me.
That's me. It's true. It's been a while since we last communicated. She must be wondering what's been going on with me. Well, she'll have to forgive me. My current work is far more important than my obligations to the Guild. That might sound arrogant, but it's the truth.
What kind of work?
Kind that could be a breakthrough for humanity's survival on Avalon. Do you really think Camelot can protect Avalon's people from the looming weirdness?
I don't know. It will certainly be difficult.
Let me tell you this. Camelot cannot protect anyone. Its weakness, corruption, and subservience have doomed it. But the Dalriata, they are not inflicted by those flaws. I want to extract the essence of the tribe's nature, the very thing that makes them superior to all other inhabitants of Avalon. I'm certain it holds the key to survival.
What cost are you willing to pay to create this formula?
In the face of the looming catastrophe, should I care about cost? That's nonsense. The time for tallying costs is long behind us. Now we must focus on how to become strong enough to survive, not on the weak, who will perish anyway. Will you help me with this?
How?
To create my formula, I need a substance that acts as... well, I won't get into the details. I need the slime of a giant snail. You can find them here in the Forlorn Swords. Of course, you won't get the slime without a fight, but I have a feeling that won't be a problem for you.
All right.
Excellent. The sooner you complete this task, the sooner I can get back to work. Remember, what we're doing here will be remembered in Avalon's history.
Sure. We need to take out some frost grout. We need to get some frost grout mucus, so we need to kill a few more snails. But yeah. Simple as. Okay. I'll take the ale, cheese, a few apples. And I guess we can go down here, see what he's up to, really. I would access this, but I don't think I will be able to, so... Long defeat. I can enter the King's Threat Dungeon and get the crown whenever I feel I'm strong enough. I'm not going to enter it until I've gotten approval from all the 4 swords, but I gotta stick to the tradition, or try to at the very least, with whatever is left of each tribe. Vain cultists. Okay. And let's see, the totems increase max health. The armor increases HP. Well, it has just high armor values. Hefty Spear is okay. Crimson Oracle Dagger increases melee critical chance by up to 50%, depending on missing health. Well, if we're looking for a dagger, well, there you go. Well, if we're looking for a weapon, I should say. Garlic and deer pelts, pretty self-explanatory good stuff. What's over here? Hello. What are you? That's something. We did manage to get a level up, though, so that's good. Okay, once again, just increase our perception, I guess? We could also increase our practicality, increase our crafting bonus a little bit. It would increase the price sold of goods, but we don't really need it. Yeah, let's just keep increasing perception. We want to increase that up to 20, at least. Skill tree, let's see. I believe perception was the go-to. Yeah, this is to increase critical damage. Critical Aegis might be good. What else is there? I guess I did say I wanted attack speed. For every 10 points of health you're missing, attack speed increases. Every enemy killed increases max stamina by 5, which is eh. I guess staggered enemies taking extra damage wouldn't be bad. But we need to find a way to make them seriously stagger quite a lot. I think that's an endurance thing. The ability to stagger enemies. No. Practicality, armor. Just trying to see if there's anything I can use here. I mean, I could reduce the damage taken, but honestly, we're actually doing fine for health, so we don't need that. I'm gonna have to go with Executioner. Or Last Stand. Yeah, let's go with Last Stand, Reckless Frenzy, and Deadly Fury. Because this is going to increase our damage by 30%. Getting Executioner is also going to be pretty good, so yeah. We're going to go Last Stand or this. Yeah, let's go Last Stand. Let's bolster up our damage by an additional 30%. That'll be nice. Here we go. Okay, that isn't a altar. What's up here? No reason to harass the spirits here. Let's go down here, see what's what. Oh, hello. Stood absolutely no chance. We get a Druidic Shrine, which gives us spell power and physical damage. Oh boy. Well, how can I say no to that? That's an extra 5% damage increase. So... what is this anyways? Reinforced chest in the middle of a bunch of enemies? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And let's just quickly drop this. There we go. Let's go down to this small tribe area here. Another flesh tree, huh? There you go. Damn, whatever happened to this tribe certainly looks grim. But we do get the Arcane Aegis, which is nice. What's that? Creates a magical shield, fully negating the next attack received, or next received damage, and dealing magical damage to all enemies within 4 meters. It's not bad. We also get the Archdruid's Gloves, which gives us magical critical chance when our mana is below a certain threshold. And increased critical damage by 50. Given magic is a set amount of damage and has the least amount of scaling with it, it makes sense that it be such a volatile number. We're going to save here and go see what's what here. The Serene Forest. Okay, now we deal with these guys. Alright. Okay, looks like we got ourselves a abandoned iron mine. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if all the tribes are having issues right now. It would not surprise me in the slightest if his call to arms would not yield anything. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. 1 second. Alright, it appears I got to deal with some life stuff, so I'm going to take a small 5-10-ish minute break, but when I return, I will be back to continuing this quest line, and we'll probably wrap it up after that, but we'll see. I'm not sure. See you guys in a bit. Well, I can just leave it like that, it's fine. Alright, I'm back. Let's get back into things. So now we just need to go down here, basically. There's an abandoned mine shaft, so there's sure to be ore. So we should be able to benefit quite a bit. Never mind the quests, obviously, but... yeah. Okay, so there's a drop down there if we want to go down the quick way. But there are things that we can do if we just go the normal way, so... let's just play it safe and go down the normal path. Besides, it looks like we can wander down this way instead. I see. We got Blood Tracker Trousers, which increases crouched movement. Could be good. What is that anyways? Crouch movement, I said? Increased crouching movement speed by 40%. So you could just theoretically swap to these Blood Tracker Trousers and move just as fast as you would in a normal movement speed, if not nearly close. Oh, hello. Well, the bottomless, huh? Well, I can report the finds, but I need to find what's-his-face in there. Before I jump to conclusions, that is. But before I do anything farther... it does appear that the movement I can do is spammable as well. Huh. So I did manage to find out that there is no scout, but that isn't really going to cut it, I don't think. At least I personally don't think, but who knows, right? We'll still wail on these guys, though. If we had a way to drain their stamina and stagger them on the norm, that would be really nice. But I don't think we're going to be able to stagger them unless we find a tool necessary for it. Ow. Actually, hold on. Would that count as a buff, though? Food for thought. Food for thought. Well, hey, whatever. At least there's a ton of meteorite in this realm. That's good. There's also a plethora of titanium. and whatever else we can find. Okay. Okay, we are currently a little overweight, but that's fine. Drop all the wooden arrows, and gear-wise, let's see. Let's increase our encumbrance limits by swapping from a different ring. Let's reduce our critical chance, so that way we can increase our carry weight by 25 points. That'll at least keep us going for a little while. And I guess let's go report the situation. Okay, let's go report the situation. Yo.
What do you want?
There was no hunter in that cave you sent me to. Only a bottomless.
What? You went to the bottomless cave? And you made it out alive? That's impossible! It would have torn you apart in an instant.
So you admit you sent me to my death?
Yeah, I wanted to get rid of you. We don't need outsiders here. Definitely not now. But you've proven you have what matters most to the Swine. Strength of spirit and the will to survive. Go talk to Barlam, our chieftain. He'll probably find some use for you.
Right now, what's happening?
I can't tell you more than that. Barlam will decide what you need to know.
Now, are you willing to tell me more about your village?
Well, you want a tour now? Want me to introduce you to every corpse? Even the dead wouldn't bother talking to outsiders, let alone the living, who've got their own problems.
I meant what the village was like before this massacre.
Much livelier. There was more noise, less dead silence. And it smelled of hearth smoke and roasting meat, not blood.
What do you think of Barlam?
He's been in charge for as long as I can remember. And ruled wisely. Fairly even. But turns out he was too lenient. With some of us. and you see where that kind of weakness leads.
Right, well, it
Grail
seems pretty obvious that it's a hard place to live. But I digress. Let's go see the chieftain before we talk with anybody else. I'm sure they have plenty to share. Let's not pick the locks. We'll talk with other people in a mo. Hey, I met Joe. You wanted to kill me? Really?
Kill you? Maybe. For the fact that you're still breathing only proves your strength and your determination. You survived Kjell's trial, which means you've proven yourself worthy of knowing what we're up against.
Now will you tell me what happened here?
The Stagfather happened. A bunch of fanatics called him into this world. They claimed that when he arrived, he would devour everyone, then choose his own and grant them their rightful place in the afterlife. You can see how well that turned out. And that's how the story of the Svine tribe ends. I doubt we'll ever recover from this.
Isn't the Stagfather a god?
He is our most important god, the one we worshipped in the homelands. And we brought him here with us. He watched over us, blessed us with an abundance of game. In return, he had our unwavering devotion. But, as it often happens, some became blindly devoted, while others began to doubt. And the first group decided that the rest were unworthy of the Stagfather's grace. So they set him loose, to kill the entire tribe. The faithful joined him. The unbelievers were slaughtered.
What happened next with this Stagfather?
One of ours, Gudry, did something completely suicidal. With the help of our shamaness. He accepted the god into his body and is trying to keep him contained. But he's growing weaker by the day. We don't have much time before the Stagfather breaks loose again. And trust me, mixing the old gods with the weirdness thickening in these lands is the worst possible combination. We have to act quickly, although I have no idea where to even start.
Will you attend the moot now, though?
Out of the question. If we don't deal with the Stagfather, what happened here will happen to the rest of the Forlorn Swords. And the only thing that's happened so far is you proving you don't bow to fear, and that you know how to handle a weapon. Now, I need someone willing to help the Svine tribe.
How can I help?
Well, that's a good question. Because I have no idea. All I know is that we need to find a way to get rid of the Stagfather once and for all. Gudry won't be able to hold on much longer. And when he gives up, we're all lost. Go find Glirna. She must know something. She's the shamaness serving the damn thing, and somehow she's keeping Gudry alive. We may not like each other, but I know Glirna isn't a fanatic. She owes as much to her own tribe as she does to the Stagfather.
Seems you're not very fond of this, Glindra.
Glirma is our old soothsayer. Very old. When I was a kid, that hag was already as wrinkled as an apple, forgotten in the storehouse for 3 winters. Her fate has tangled our paths. and we have no choice but to work together. The fate of the tribe is more important than our petty squabbles.
Anything else I should know?
If you need to get ready, go see Hjarn. He'll help you with your gear. There's still the cook, Sagar. You could talk to him too. You can sleep in any of the empty houses. I'm sure their previous owners won't mind.
Alright. And now we've got to deal with the village. The God's Cure. And we got some more memories for Arthur, so let's go see him. Did you have problems with the Stagfather back in your day, too?
Yes, in the homelands. I thought we could leave him there, but he escaped to Avalon.
Escaped? How?
He took on human form, or rather he used one of his followers as a vessel. It was only when he sensed that Nimue, Merlin's apprentice, had discovered his true nature that he revealed his real form. The beast grew to the size of a mountain, striding toward the temple his followers had built for him deep in the woods. I dread to think what would have happened if he'd made it there. We barely managed to bring him down, and clearly, not completely.
And after that?
I outlawed the Stagfather's cult, but I see that 6 centuries later, it's still around, and surprisingly, among the Dalrita as well. I thought they worshipped only Mathea.
So the Stagfather cult wasn't meant to be part of Dalrita to begin with. So he's just a malevolent god that's basically usurped the Dalrita tribes, in a way. Hitched a ride? Something akin to those. Okay, nothing here. Grabbed a bottle, but whatever. Gonna drop some things here. Well, with that sigil then, I suppose we've got more viable access around here. Let's rest until morn. We'll rest until 8, I suppose. No reason to be at night, right? And one of the benefits of not having to worry about time constraints in this game is, well, you can do things at your own pace, which is good. Yeah, so there's only a select few amount of people here.
In, out, and gone. That's how we like it.
Okay. Well, at least there's some storage that we can handle real quick. Put the dagger away. Keep the Vanquisher of Penny Buns. Wolf's Fang. Multiplies sneak damage by 1.5 times. Interesting. Hefty Spear. Sower Plague. 1 second. Alright, so once I'm done organizing, I'm going to call it here. Because it's coming around that time that I should probably wrap things up to an extent. Assassin gloves, Arc Druid gloves, put these away, there we go. Put one of those away, and then put the Tight Steel Cape away. While I do like the idea of using Scarran's mask, it's not good enough to warrant, so we'll just ditch it. It's fine. But yeah. Feast of Strain. Critical hits restore 15% of our stamina. This is only good if we put it on our shield, so if we critical hits, then we can restore stamina this way. That said, we got a 20% chance on critical hit to fully restore our stamina, so this isn't that great of a trick. For us, that is. But I digress. We've managed to make ourselves go quite far here. We obviously need to still get approval from all the tribes, so we still got a plethora of things to do in Forlorn Swords before we're ready. But when we are fully ready, we will determine what we do. But I digress. I am going to wrap things up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream all the same. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.